So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Life has been lifing, but um, I got to make a documentary in Africa. All right, so yeah, man. Me and Charles, my business partner from Misfitted, we got a chance back in February to make a documentary in Kenya. We flew out there. We were out there for just over a week, and we were filming something for uh, international organization called Compassion International. It was us. It was just pretty much us two, along with the creative director slash president for the ad agency who we got the job through, and it was just an amazing experience, man. Crazy thing about it, that was my first time ever leaving the country outside of going to Canada. So that was an experience within itself. It was like if you think about Malcolm X and his pilgrimage to Mecca, I consider a person who's like really into like my culture, and so to for my first time going outside the United States to be to the motherland, it was kind of crazy. So yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff, you know, coming from that soon, and I can't wait to share, what we have. In the meantime, I kind of want to do, I guess it was like some takeaways from going over to Africa, and it was, I guess, the first takeaway was, it reinvigorated the kind of idea of like living in the moment, being in the moment. It was us. Um, it was pretty much we had the 12K, which is what I'm shooting on this right now, the Ursa 12K, and we had a 4K. We had two 4Ks that we took, two pocket 4Ks, and we just had to get it in the moment. We didn't really know what to expect. There was really not a big plan that we had. Of course, we worked with the ad agency in terms of like coming up with something, but for the entire treatment and deck that we had, like pretty much all that got threw out the window from the moment we landed. So learning how to be in the moment again, and just leaning into what the environment was giving us and the people were giving us, that was a big, big thing. The second takeaway from filming in Africa, um, from a filmmaker standpoint, was um, it's all about the team, right? So a lot of times, especially in today's world, a lot of people think that their skill set is enough to be able to create, elite work, right? Like, so it's like, okay, me and Charles, we've been through everything together. Harper. You would think that your skill set is enough, and I hate to tell you, but it's not. And the reason I say that is because it's all about the team. So it was me and Chuck, and we had the creative director, but we also had a PA who was actually local to Kenya, right, to Nairobi. And ironically, our PA happened to be a aspiring cinematographer from out there. So all of our drone footage, he kind of knew like what the sun was doing at any given moment. He knew what times to shoot. He knew where things were gonna be, and so it was one of those things to where it's like, hey, lean into your collaborators, because without him there, his name was British. That was his nickname. I don't want to give out his government, on the YouTubes, but he was invaluable to the project, and we didn't know that we were going to need him, but we surely did lean on him once we got there. And then the last takeaway that I had was less about filmmaking and more about from a cultural standpoint. As a black man, it was Africa felt like a big hug, like the hug that I never knew I needed. I don't know, it was like surreal. It's still hard for me to wrap my words around it, and I'm a poet, like, and it's still very difficult for me to wrap my words around it. But it was just an amazing experience, and I'm gonna be working on some stuff, kind of leaning into that because I did quite a bit of writing while I was out there, and it was just an amazing experience, man. And fortunately, we're going back to Ghana this fall for the same client, and I'm just looking forward to it because I've heard Ghana. I've heard if I love Kenya, I love Ghana even more. So I can't wait to put out some stuff from it. I got like, of course, we got the stuff that we did for the client, which is cool. I'll probably post that or whatever, but we got some stuff that like for us, like that we did as well while we were out there. So it was beautiful, man, and it was cool just to be able to go out there, film some stuff. The food was incredible. The people were amazing. Um, I can't wait to share the work with you guys, and I look forward to it. But in the meantime, stay up, keep creating, and give a kid a camera. Peace.